we'll go for about 15 minutes. Okay, one other major thing during this time period is we begin to see women. Women begin to gain more rights. Does anyone remember back, all the way back in the first semester, a major civilization that had women gain some rights?
Greece.
Greece, absolutely. Okay, in Athens, they gained a lot of power. Athena was one of those major people that helped that. She was one of those mythology people. Initially, women began working in factories. Why? Does anyone remember why factory owners had them working in there? Skullpack?
It was cheaper to have them work.
Cheaper to have women and children working in factories. And they could charge less for them. Yeah, that's good. Do you remember what we talked about yesterday, how the government instituted something that helped people? Yeah? Minimum wage. Okay, then there was minimum wage and it didn't really matter as much. Women began to actually move more towards the cities because they could have jobs there. The government would limit who and where they could work, so children and women had less opportunities to work. One thing to add about that, do any of you know what the legal age is today for working? 14. 14. I was working as a 14-year-old in my old pizza shop in Sioux Center. Okay, did I tell you the story of what I did when I was working the pizza place? I was going up, I was making the pizza, and there was this one time an order came in where I had to put the pepperonis underneath the cheese. Well, I forgot to put the cheese on top of the pepperonis and I sent it through. But that's another time and place. So I get the pizza at the very end and there's no cheese on it, so we had to redo it. Yeah. Women were able to gain this independence and economic power, though, because they could remain single. Before the Industrial Revolution, women had to have a husband or family money to be able to survive. And without it, they wouldn't be able to work or anything like that. Now they have an opportunity to stay single. This is one of the reasons why today we have many people like myself or even older people that remain single until their mid-30s. And they can just continue working. One other thing, I just leave it right there. There were many labor-saving devices that allowed leisure time to go way up. And what I want you to do for the next minute is I want you to turn around or face forward, and I want you to come up with 5 leisure activities that you do today. But also, I want you to come up with ways that we can save time on our work so that we have more leisure activities. The top 3 things up there, those are examples. I want you to come up with 5 different ones. With a partner. Hey, go ahead. You got 1 minute. I got it on my watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1. How many do we need?
5 and 5. 5 and 5.
Okay, so that TV is 9. Dishwasher. That's a great one. Yes, that's fantastic. Okay, oh no, you never mind. And then
Microwave.
do we know what we're doing?
How do you put down? No. Now, what's a leisure activity? Yeah. Okay, I need you to return to your seats right now, please. If you move, hey Bob, move. Hey, let's start with the second set of 5 first. Me and Adam and Sam, we came up with our own list. Can someone raise their hand and tell me like 2 things off their list that save us a lot of time? Mike. Save you time, like save you time on your work. Yeah. Dishwasher is a good one. Okay, it's a really good one. Bob.
Cell phone.
Cell phone or phones in general. Phones in general is a really good one. Sam.
Car.
Car. Car saves us a lot of time, doesn't it? Yeah.
What about like a rag?
A rag.
It saves you a lot of time.
It actually does save us a lot of time because when we're cleaning, it saves us some time. I'll buy that one. Yeah, sure. Okay, a duster, Swiffer. So Swiffer saves us time.
And a mop.
Vacuum.
Bag.
Hey, another one, Bob.
Dryer.
Dryer. What was the one that we came up for food purposes? Oven and microwave. Hey, that's another good one. Hey, So, with these new inventions that we never think of today, do we? I mean, we just think of them as a natural thing in our world. We now have time to do other things. Okay, Jasmine, what's one thing that you came up with that's a leisure activity that you do because you're able to save time on this stuff? Watch TV. Okay, I can just make something quick in the microwave. Okay, I'll make my lunch here in the microwave at lunch. I can quickly hustle up and watch my Duke game really fast because the microwave will make my food quicker. Okay, that's one thing. Another one. Kayla.
Video games.
Video games. You play video games?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Your brother doesn't even play video games. Right? O's, what do you do? What did you have on there for leisure activity? Golf. Sports. Okay, O's plays golf and he plays basketball. Okay, that's fair enough. I need one more out of Wayne Collins. Well, Wayne, can you say that loud? Internet. Okay, internet uses. So we all love our social media, our Twitter, our Instagram, our Snapchat, all that kind of stuff. Very good. One more thing to add about this entertainment stuff is during this time they began creating things like amusement parks. Okay, the old wooden roller coasters that we like to go on. Okay, I know I enjoy going on the old wooden ones, and that's about it. And moving pictures, so things like the cartoons. Okay, those started to be invented. And another thing to add is we finally get our weekends. Okay, we're all looking forward to our weekend tomorrow. I know I am. Okay, but back in this time period, Adam, they only got one day off a week. Sunday. Sunday. But thanks to the Jewish labor force, they said, okay, we celebrate the Sabbath on Saturday. Oh, we'll just add another day, so now we get Saturday. So now, thanks to the Jewish labor force, we get 2 days off instead of one. Thank you for them. Go ahead.
Wait, I missed it. Yeah.
We'll get back to you, Jesse.
Okay.
There were some other problems as well with this assembly line in this factory system. You all experienced that the other day. So you said boredom was a problem. So you said if we could sing a song or if we could communicate with others, maybe switch up our jobs, that would make things a little better. Next one again, Steve. Okay, and one other thing to add is war became more deadly. Okay, you're right about it. I'll help you in a minute. Okay, war became more deadly because they could mass produce all these weapons. There was one specific weapon I'm thinking of when we get to our World War I unit, a couple weeks after spring break, maybe 2 weeks after spring break, that made fighting more dangerous. You know what it is, Bob?
Machine gun?
Machine gun. Okay, back in the Civil War time period, does anyone know how two enemies would come and fight each other?
They would, like, shove the bullet down,
Yeah, so how would they advance toward one another? Would they all just run at each other in herd?
they'd shoot, well, they'd, like, stop, and they'd all fire,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one fires.
Yeah, so they had someone stand behind them, and then they would load their thing up, and then they'd shoot. They'd all come at each other in a line. Okay, so say we had this row fight against that far row. You guys would all get herded up into one little line and go running after each other, just shoot at each other. Okay, what happens if we have a machine gun? Well, the 5 people that are just sitting there waiting to go, you just spray them, dead. That's one of the things that came from our Industrial Revolution. Mike?
Wait, so what is it where, like, the two opposite sides are fighting, they come, and then, like, they take turns, like, one, they throw, like, bow and arrows and guns.
Bow and arrows, or they had like the old muskets. That's just a line.
And then after they, like, die.
That's just line marching. That's all it is. Hey, that's what they did in the Civil War. That's why one of the reasons why the Civil War was so deadly is they didn't figure that out quite yet. That was so deadly. If you all just sit in a line, and no matter what, someone's gonna get shot.
I hate to be on the front lines.
Yeah.
I hate the deck.
Being on the front lines is no fun. No fun. One more thing is that economic insecurity. Workers have problems because they could be replaced so easily. Hey, factory jobs. It didn't take long to train someone how to do that. So immediately you are stuck being fired if you're not great at your job because you can replace them very easily. Okay? Now, what I want you to do here for the next few minutes is I have these review questions for you. Okay, I want you to write them down on a piece of notebook paper. Okay, you can use your notes, you can use your book to answer these questions, that's totally fine. Okay, but I want to get through these as quickly as I possibly can. Yeah, write the questions down, maybe leave a little bit of space for them, and then answer these questions. These are questions that I think that I'm going to use for our test, or at least in some form or fashion, so let's make sure that we do this properly. Does anyone need a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. Can you read that down? Yeah. Okay. Farrell, you can hit pause here.